Among Us!
The small-shaped character from the hit online indie game, The Imposter from Among Us. For the negative 15 of you that don't know what Among Us is the hit online title that kept most of us sane during the pandemic back in 2020 and was created by Innersloth. Yes, the same creator of Henry Stickmin. That's why you see a whole bunch of Among Us Easter eggs if you were ever wondering. Now, the main game concept is pretty simple. A group of players would be assigned roles. Some would be assigned crewmates who are supposed to survive and finish tasks to keep the ship running and all good to go. But what do they need to survive from? Well, I don't know, but the other players are assigned as evil aliens that snuck into the ship and shapeshifts themselves to blend in with the crewmates, and these creatures are none other known than the imposters, who are came along to bring complete chaos for the crewmates by sabotaging the ship in many ways and even killing all the crewmates without any good reason. And then they lie about it and accuse other crewmates that they are actually imposters, turning other crewmates against themselves. And now he will be joining the world of Super Smash Bros. Just so he can kill them all. Anyways, things we need to know. The imposter will be very light and he will have two jumps. He'll also be a pretty floaty character. No additional move options. Now, a little bit more on the strategy of being the imposter. Among Us is usually full of mystery. Well, for the crewmates at least. The imposters already knows all the answers, and so will the other players playing Smash, of course. However, I continue to think of a neat concept instead of just having them use some tasks as moves like the other times I did imposter move sets. However, I thought about the main concept of being the imposter from Among Us in the first place. You have to be deceiving, and there's also deception to it. Remember, in order not to get thrown off the ship, you will have to be deceiving by blending in with the crowd and lying when you need to. And it all comes to strategy. Just like Super Smash Bros., you need to have a strategy plan. So for this concept, all the imposters' attacks have little to no end lag, being great for killing combos, unless you miss an attack. Then that move you use will have some end lag. Now this is kind of based on a mistake that players would do. They chase around the crewmate, and they never got close enough to actually kill their victim, which leads to evidence that you're actually the imposter. But the main thing is actually based on is that there's a kill cooldown in the game. So, anyways, let's get into the actual moveset. Now then, for the imposter's jab, he can do a one-hit semi-speedy spammable jab by having him poke with his knife. It's pretty speedy, but there's a large gimmick to all the imposter's gimmicks. I mean basics. Heh, 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 heh. All the imposter's attacks, if used behind the foe, will actually double. That's pretty much it. For the imposter's dash attack, he would quickly turn around and have his backpack bump any foe that tries to go near him. For the imposter's side tilt, he would swing his knife left to right while walking, actually. This works a lot like Steve's side tilt, as he also walks while using a move like this. But you may also jump as long as he uses move on the ground first. Otherwise, this move will actually be an aerial. Steve, on the other hand, well, doesn't work like that since he doesn't have neutral air. That's pretty much his jump. Moving on. Now, for the up tilt, this can actually be based on the tongue kill animation as we see in Among Us. But in this case, instead of hitting through the side, it will actually hit upwards. It does have some pretty nice distance, so be aware of this. For the imposter's down tilt, he would pull out his pistol, shooting downwards and try to shoot off the foe's feet, if they even dare to come close. But don't think that's it. There's a little bit more to this move. If this move is actually used off a ledge, it will shoot a projectile off the ledge. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The problem is it is a projectile, so it is avoidable. So now here's the main concept for the smashes. For the smashes, the imposter will actually hide in a hole, specifically the events from Polis. The reason why I wanted to do this is because, well, it brings in mystery. Think about it. If all the smash attacks are holes and you don't see the imposter at all, what move do you think it will use? Well, the foes won't know. No one but the imposter will know what smash he's going to use. That's why I chose the hole. Anyways, for this side smash, he would hide in the hole and then pop out, stabbing the foe 5 times. This can be based on a knife kill from Among Us. The up smash can have him once again hide in the hole, but pops out, pulling out some electrical wires and putting them together. You might be wondering where he got these electrical wires. Well, he just pulled it out of the electrical room. Let's just say he sabotaged it. Anyways, what this would do, it would create electrical shock, paralyzing any foe that lands on it, and then it launches the foe away. And finally, for the down smash, no big surprise, he's in a hole. But this time, he does a low slash attack in front of him, and then he hits behind him. Just working like a down smash. Now, this is actually the safest smash out of all three. Why? Because he is in a lower position, so he can actually avoid higher attacks, and also has the least amount of end lag. Now, for the neutral air, he would turn into a starfish, going Patrick the Star style, which is say shapeshifts, and then hitting all angles around himself. This is actually a reference to the old concept designs of the Among Us crewmates. Now, for the imposter's side air, he can pull out his pistol and then shoot forwards, working like a few fighters such as, well, Villager, Isabel, and the Me Gunner. Now, for the back air, we have him pull out his totally not fake ID card and swipe it back. This is actually a reference to how imposters would fake their tasks at times. Specifically, most of them would do, well, a fake ID swipe. This is also based on the swipe tasks if you're a crewmate. For its up air, we're going to grab an oxygen tank and then squeeze out the air so it pushes back foes above him. This is also based on the sabotage when you're able to sabotage the L2 tank. Finally, for his down air, we're going to drop a crate, which is specifically found in the storage room. Really, he's just stole it from the ship. It's not really based on the sabotage or anything, it's just there. But I wonder now, how is he able to carry that? Oh. The imposter would grab one hand and repummel by using his other hand to punch the foe. For the imposter's side throw, he would pull out his gun, load it, and I lied. He would punch the foe first, then pull out his gun, and then shoots the foe away. I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm going to slap myself. I did it. Anyways, for the back throw, he would slide the foe back, and then shoots the foe away. The up throw can have him do a swing toss, going the foe upwards. His down throw can have him grab the foe's neck, forcing them to fall down. This would be a max of 2 seconds, and if you smash the buttons, the foe will get up, well, less time than that. Alright, people, I hope you're comfy because this is when the most interesting stuff happens. Now then, for the Imposter's Neutral Special, he would summon a crewmate's worst enemy. Another crewmate. I mean, how many times have we seen crewmates picking on other crewmates? But now I'm going to be real. When I first thought of this move, I actually was kind of against it. Because I thought it was a little unnecessary. But I thought about it more, and not only makes things more interesting, now it actually brings the mystery and the more deceiving part of Among Us. As now everyone but the crewmates now knows that the imposter is playing as, well, the imposter. Anyways, a little bit more on the crewmates. Now, first of all, crewmate was just joining. It would just spawn right in front of the imposter. But crewmates would just walk around an area that it has been summoned in. They just walk around and stop at times just to do some tasks. Now, they seem harmless until you make them suspicious. If the crewmate is sus 3 times, they will try to eject the foe off the nearest edge. Literally, they would eject the throw off the nearest edge. This is kind of based on how well you're able to eject crewmates or imposters off an edge. Anyways, now back to what I was saying. The only ways to stop the crewmate chasing you, yes, they chase after you relentlessly after you make them suspicious, is either killing them, letting the crewmate throw you off, or if a new player has 3 strikes. Now, the imposter will only summon a crewmate one at a time after it's killed. The imposter needs to wait 25 seconds to spawn a new one after it's killed. The crewmate only has 20 HP, so it shouldn't be too hard to kill, and the throw distance really depends in well, the foe's damage. I know it says crewmate right here. That's a mistake. Ignore it. Anyways, a little bit more on how to make the crewmates suspicious. Crewmates may get suspicious in some ways. One thing is anytime they see someone attack any foe, that will add 1 suspicious level. Now, if the crewmate is still alive after an attack, that is an automatic 3 strikes. And if getting hit by a projectile, that's pretty much it. But they will only be suspicious on the foe in front of them. All of this will include for the imposter. So really, the crewmates are not really on anyone's side. They will turn against the imposter if the imposter is suspicious. Anyways, there is a little bit more to the neutral special. If a crewmate is out, they will be able to oops, report and, or call an emergency meeting. Now, I'll explain how that will work for this moveset. Anyways, if a crewmate is already out, the imposter may report or call a meeting. Then the crewmate will come towards the imposter, repositioning their area. You may only use this move 3 times for free. Then, crewmates may be sus. There's a lot of errors here. I'm going to smack myself some more. Satisfied? Good. Once again, if you don't understand before, well, I did say they would only walk a certain area. That's why this move is kind of important in a way. You can reposition them. One, they can either get out of the way for you, or two, you can make a strategy plan. Whatever it is that works for you. Now we finally got the neutral special done. Let's get into the other specials. For the side special, the imposter will do some sort of dash attack. This is actually based on the dash kill when you're the imposter and you kill the foe. Now, this would actually be a certain dash working like illusion fox, but the difference is how actually stop when hitting a wall, or more specifically, a foe. Now, for the us special, this will actually be a grapple option. It will actually turn into its monstrous tongue form and grapple itself to the nearest ledge or even other foes. And yeah, you're welcome, people. You know why? Because so many people requested me to do this move. Again, I done this originally the first time I did it. And people liked it so much that they wanted me to do it again. After that, I did a ghost, but now I'm thinking about it, it doesn't really make much sense. Ghosts can't come back to life until another game is on, so. Are you happy, people? Good. Now, for the down special, he'll be able to summon a vent. Now, vents are pretty important in the game. It's how, well, imposters are able to travel. How this will work in Smash, using the down special once, it will summon one vent. It wouldn't do anything yet until you summon another vent at a different spot. Now we'll be able to use the down special on a vent. Once you do, it'll teleport to immediately to that other vent. So it actually works as a teleport option, being a strategy plan. Now the thing is, this does actually make the crewmates suspicious, but only once. Now, before, back in the history of Among Us, now only imposters used to have been able to vent, but that obviously changed thanks to an update that added, well, engineers. So now crewmates may also vent. That's why I'm only making it once. Also, if the engineer didn't exist, it's just for balancing purposes. Now we got the specials done. Let's get into the final smash. Now then, for the imposter's final smash, we have summoned a giant vent. Now this may, well, suck in many foes at once, but only one unlucky foe will get the true punishment. That unlucky foe would be sent into an emergency meeting that the imposter called out. Then you will be sucked into a meeting, and the imposter accuses you that you are actually the imposter, even though you are not. Then the votes are out. They all voted you, and you will be sent out to space. While the thing says, player two or whatever player you are was not the imposter. Unless you are the imposter, like in this case, it will actually say player two was the imposter. This is a cinematic file smash, so if above 70%, it will be an automatic KO. Only if you're the unlucky foe. Any other foe that was stuck into the vent will be launched out. Now, for the imposter salt, the first one can be a red alt, second can be a blue alt, third can be a green alt, fourth can be a yellow alt, fifth can be a purple alt, violet alt, sixth can be an orange alt, seventh can be a white alt, and the final one can be a black alt. The crewmates may also have some alts, and the first crewmate will be a maroon alt, the second one could be a cyan alt, the third can be a lime alt, the fourth can be referenced as a banana alt, the fifth can be a rose alt, the sixth can be a brown alt, the seventh can be a gray alt, and the final can be a tan alt. Now, for the imposter's taunts, the first one can have a shush the screen, based on the beginning entrance of the game. Anyways, the second taunt can have a sabotage glare. And the third one can have him point in front of him, while two ghosts will spawn, pointing at him. As the imposter is trying to accuse you, but the ghost is really saying it's the imposter. Now, for the victories, we have the imposter falling through the sky while giving out a thumbs up. This can be based on the ejects from Among Us. The second victory could be, well, a vent appears, and then the imposter vents out, then looking around, and then goes right back into the vent. And the final victory could have him while the camera comes towards him, and then he turns around. Yes, it is facing behind him with an evil glare. And that's it. That is what if the imposter from Among Us was in Smash. Now, I hope you enjoy this moveset, and if you have not, please subscribe. If you really don't feel like subscribing, then no cookies for you, but just give a thumbs up instead. If you want to keep, well, up with the community and updates and leaks for this channel, I suggest you go to the Discord server, as the link is now available for everyone. It has been fixed, and you are able to join the Discord server. Now, if you want to keep track of any of our videos, then please give not a thumbs up. Please ring the bell. Anyways, that's what if the imposter was in Super Smash Bros. Adios, people, and don't be a